Hello guys, welcome to the channel once again. Alright, we have a 1030 G3 here again, HP Elitebook 1030 G3. Alright, and it also has an inches problem. Alright, this side is in the left side, so we are going to check it out. You can see this side is bad. The last time we fixed a system like this, the other side was bad, so you can see this other side is bad, so we are about to fix it. Okay, we are going to get started soon. All right, you know the necessary things you need to do this. You have to get your tools that we need. First of all, let's just on it and see that everything is okay. All right, the system is on it. Okay, all right, it has gotten to the desktop. All right, let's just shut it down. It has a password. Let's shut it down. Okay. Right, here we go. We have to open back the system, the back case. That's the first step. After opening back the back case, you have to take out the case, the back case. Then you take out the battery. You have to be very careful when doing this. Take out the battery gently so that you don't pull out its slot. This system is very fragile, so you make sure anything you're doing, you do it very carefully so that you don't make mistake by losing out other components. Right, so that's the keyboard we are taking out. Right, that's the keyboard, and this is the extension for screen. This is the other one. This one is for the screen, that one's for the touch. All right, that one is the cable, and this one is the flex that connects to the sound board. All right, that is the extension port soundboard. That one is the power switch. Those ones are the speakers. All right, we are losing out the SSD. That's the SSD. That's the storage device. Okay, then we take out the battery. We are going to lose out the battery out. Okay, if your laptop hinge is falling, like is bad, very bad, it's best you address this early, as you continue use with a bad hinge can lead to more severe damage to the display or internal components. Okay, so as you're seeing, we are losing this out. Before we can do this process, as I said, we have to lose everything out and make sure everything is out. Okay, and there are many things that can cause an hinge to be bad, especially this kind of system. All right, it could be that it is a losing screws, that the screws are not well tied when fixed in the factory. It can be that's the cost, and it can be dust can cause it. When the dust accumulates on the hinge place, it causes a lot of problems there. Okay, it can also be that it is exposed to forces. You get like forces, like someone hits it very badly, so it can cause by that. So you have to be careful, and also the poor quality of the product can also cause it. If it is very poor quality, it can cause it. So you have to know what you're buying when you want to get a system, and know the body quality, and know if it can serve you for a while. Okay, except it's just for a temporary use, you can go for something cheap. But if it's something that is high quality, you know it will be very expensive, so you have to save for it. Okay, that's where you put the SIM slot. Okay, we are done losing out the board. Okay, we lose out the hinge now for you to see how damaged it is. Okay, as we have lost that side out, we have to lose out the screen, and in this part of the screen you have to be very careful when doing it. You have to be loose it gently. You do not allow you don't use a object that is very big there. You use something like a needle, which I'm using now, so that it will be easy for you to lose it out, so that it won't break. Then you must have a flat object also that you use to help you, like a knife, which I'm using here to help you. As you lose it, you just put it to gap it so that you lose it very perfectly. Okay, so the process is very simple.
and you do it gently. Do it very gently, very gently. My previous video, I told you how this system screen is very expensive. Okay, and it's now getting to 210,000 now, because how things are getting expensive in Nigeria. But anyhow, we are gonna survive it, the economic hardship. All right, here is expensive. I don't know for other countries. I don't know how expensive it is. So you have to be careful as a technical consultant before you buy someone's screen. All right, you have to be very careful while doing it. Make sure you take your time to do it, and you gently do it so that you don't make that mistake of cracking the screen. All right, as I said, that dust can cause it to have an inch to have problem. Okay, the reason I say that is that when dust accumulates on the inch part, okay, that takes a longer time. When the dust accumulates there, what it causes, it makes it to be very stiff. At that point, when it's very stiff and you try to open your system, you may crack it at that point. So what is the solution to this? The best solution to this I gave my customers is, when you see your system is up to a year or 6 months, you go for servicing. You get, that's what we call it, servicing. That servicing is clean up your system, making sure everywhere is cleaned up and tidied up very well. And also know that temperature can cause it. In phases here we had that temperature, it can expand. Yes, it can make the material to expand. So that is what can happen as a metal. It can make it to expand. And also force, as I said, force can cause it. You have to be careful where you drop it so that it doesn't get down heated by anybody. All right, so as you have seen, you have taken out the screen. Okay, we take out the inches. Now the next step on what we have to do again is we are going to form a glue on that part that is broken. Okay, we are going to make sure the glue there, we are going to put that super glue there. Then when it's dry a little, then we put an iodide. All right, this iodide we are going to drop a adhesive iodide. You can see the name there, Ever King, we use here. You can use it and make sure after using it you leave it to dry for, as I said, up to 30 minutes or an hour or 2. Depends. You just have to drop it for it to dry very well and to be strong before you have to couple it. Okay, you don't just after putting it you start coupling. It will not get strong. This job is not something you have to rush over. If you rush over it, you may end up starting all afresh again doing it. So you have to be careful of that. After doing it, you have to be patient enough to wait for it to dry very well before you start coupling. Okay, so and I said poor quality can also cause your inch to get bad. Yeah, if you buy a cheap laptop that is not durable, all right, it's not well fabricated very well, it can easily get spoiled easily. All right, especially all this notebook that they are using rubbers to do, the inch usually gets spoiled easily. So you have to be very careful, and you have to take your system as your baby, all right, to be able to use it very well, to avoid all these things that will make your system to be bad. All right, so I think that's it for this, boys. Then this is the motherboard. See, we are cleaning up. Let's put it back. We have allowed it to dry for a while. It's up to an hour I dropped it to dry. All right, so what we want to do is just to couple it back. Everything will be fine. You couple everything back, and when you're coupling, you have to couple it. Take your time gently and be focused while doing it, so that you don't get distracted, and take your time to couple it very well. This video is mainly for people who are coming up or in IT support, who needs guidance on how to do things like this. All right, so you make sure you take your time to do it, and please, if this video is helpful to you, do well to subscribe, like, and share my videos to people who needs it around. So please do well to do that. All right. Okay, as you can see how we are fixing the flex. All right, so as you're doing it, as I said before, I keep repeating it, you have to do it gently. Why? Because I know how this thing goes. Okay, especially all these systems are very fragile. You have to just do it gently to have a perfect outcome. All right, because when you are coupling it, there are many things that can go wrong. All right, there are many things that can go wrong. You can also see that maybe your system is not running again because of wrong coupling, and that is wrong assembling of the system. So you must make sure every part is in place in the right part and is properly put very well to avoid any problem that may come. All right, that's the SSD that I'm putting back. All right, so you have to be that, and you must put a thermal paste on the processor. As you're seeing now, we are putting the thermal paste to make the temperature, to regulate it normal, for the heat to take off the cool off, sorry, the temperature, the processor temperature very well. All right, so then this other paste that's here is for the coils, to just make it to be cooled when it's on. Okay, then this is the sound port. Okay, we're almost done here. All right, it's just few coupling, few things to put in place. We have to test it and confirm if it's okay. Then what next? Again, we have to make sure we put a glue on that the screen edges, so that it will hold the screen very firmly. And this other screen gum we are going to use, mainly used mostly on the phone when they change the phone calibrator and the screen, they have to use that gum to hold it firm together. That's the kind of gum we are still going to use. Yeah, so that's the battery. We are going to tie in the battery. Okay, after this, let's test. All right, as you see, you've tested, is working. The screen is touching. All right, it's booting. All right, let's first and just put gum on it. All right, see the gum I'm talking about. We have to put the glue just to help the screen, to support the screens, to make it hold firmly. All right, so you have to put in the gum there, put it very well at the edges of it. Each of the edges you put it. Okay, like I said, if this video is helpful, please do well to share to your friends, like and subscribe. All right, after this I'm done. All right, I'm done. The other rest coupling is very easy. Take care of yourself and do well. To see you in my next video. Bye.